Hi there, it's Tiffany from Daisy Farm Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to get Hannah's country blue baby blanket started with the moss stitch. And I'm going to show you how she's carrying yarn through only one of these rows to make sure that there's a little bit less weaving in of ends. You'll still, of course, have some, but it'll really cut down on the amount of ends you're weaving in. So I worked up a sample in pink just to get the hang of it. This is burgundy and fuchsia and soft pink in the Karen Simply Soft line that we used. I'm using an H hook. Hannah's blanket has you start with dark country blue. This is just regular country blue. Today for the tutorial though, I'm not starting with that color because you'll have an easier time seeing me crochet with a little bit lighter. So I'm starting with just the regular light country blue. So what you're going to do is start with any even number for a chain. For her baby blanket, she did 120 chains. But this will free you up to make the blanket any size you'd like to make it. I think for today's tutorial, I'll just do a little sample swatch of 14 chains. I'd invite you to do this as well till you get the hang of it. Just do a little practice swatch and kind of will help you understand the changes before you've committed to doing 120 chains. Okay, so with the moss stitch, what you do, I've just put 14 chains on the hook. I'm going to start with a single crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So I'm going to count, there'll be 3 extra, count to the 4th one and work a single crochet. Then I'll chain 1 and I'll skip 1 and I'll work into the next chain. I'll chain 1, I'll skip the next chain and work into the next. I'm going to repeat that across the row. Skipping 1, chaining 1, working into the next, all the way across. Okay, last one. Should work out perfectly that I'm working into the last chain. I'm skipping 1, working into the last chain with a single crochet. Now you're going to chain 2 and turn your work. We're going to do that one more row in this lighter blue. However, this time I'm going to work into the chain spaces. So I'm going to not work into this first single crochet. I'll work into this space that's underneath that chain with a single crochet. And now I'm chaining 1, and that's going to go over that single crochet stitch, and I'm going to find the chain space again. Chaining 1, skipping a stitch, working underneath that chain. Chaining 1, finding the chain 1 space, working a single crochet, chaining 1. Okay, now when you get to the end, you still need to work one last single crochet, and this is going to be just to the left of that single crochet stitch and into the hole that kind of is to the right of those 2 chains that we started with. So find that hole. You'll always want to find that on every row. Okay, but before I pull through, this is going to be where I'm going to introduce the white. So you simply lay the white over your hook and pull through. Okay, now I'm not going to cut off this light blue. What I'm going to do is carry it along with me as I'm working with the white. So I'll still chain 2 and turn. Okay, I'm turning. And what I mean by carrying this blue along with me is that I'm going to still take that, I'm going to kind of wrap it around the end and grab it with my finger back here so that it will kind of lay along the top of the work as I'm working. I call that just carrying along. We want that blue at the other end of the row because we're only working one row of white. And that's where we're going to save on weaving in ends. Okay, so just find that chain space again and work your first single crochet, chain 1. Here's that, I'm bringing it along with me, it's still there. I found that chain 1 space that I'm working into, pulling up, making my single crochet, chaining 1. Here it is, still coming along with me, finding the chain 1 space, making a single crochet, chaining 1. Okay, I'll finish this down the row. This is what's going to give those little pops of color that you see in that blanket. Okay, here I am at the end, and I see that single crochet, and there's those chain 2s. Sometimes that hole is a little bit tricky to find. Make sure you're still working over that yarn, because now here's our blue yarn with us. We brought it along with us. Now we'll pull through with it again. Now we're just going to leave the white behind. The white we don't need to work over. We only used it the one time. We will use it because now we're going to go down and back with this light blue color. So we'll pick that back up again when we're done. So I'm finding the chain 1 space, chaining, single crochet, chain. Just working on down. Don't forget to use that last stitch. It's hard to see, I tell you. Just know that that's the end, but it will keep the sides of your blanket so straight if you can always remember to get that. Now, we're going to work 2 rows of color. Chain 2 and turn. Let's get back. Get back to that other side. Single crocheting in the chain 1 spaces. And that white is going to be all ready for us to pick it up and use it. Find that tricky last spot, poke your hook in there. Okay, stop before you pull through. Let's pull up the white. We're going to use it, but this isn't, again, now we want to carry that blue with us so it's ready, because we're only working 1 row of the white. So whenever, it's like whenever we're working that white, bring the color back with you so it's ready to be worked with again. That's probably the only, other than if you're new to this stitch, you're going to be wanting to really get a hold of this stitch. But other than that, if you're really familiar, I think that's the only thing that you'll want to remember is like, oh, I'm just doing 1 row of the white. I better bring that color along with me so I have it at the end of the row to turn around and work with. That is what helped me remember which rows I'm carrying the yarn and finding that tricky last stitch. Okay, whoops, and look at that. I didn't pull through with the new color. Okay, found the tricky last stitch, pulling up, dropping the white, pulling through with the blue, chaining 2. Okay, now if it was going to be a row that I needed to put a different color, say I was changing from the light blue to the dark blue, then this is where I would cut off this light blue, and instead of pulling through with this color, you pull through with the new color. There's color changes are just, worked in the exact same way, just switch colors. And that's all you do. I'm going to leave the white right here because I know that I'm working this color for 2 rows. I'm going down and turning back, so the white will be there waiting for me. I don't need to carry it on that row. Okay, I really hope that helps you understand this blanket. Once you get the hang of it, keep working your swatch, because oh my word, I think the color changes on this blanket are, the colors that you could use. I was really excited after I saw her work it up in blue. That's why I worked it up in pink. There are some lovely yellows in Karen Simply Soft that I would love to do this blanket. I think this could be a really cute hat. This is such a great pattern. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by Daisy Farm Crafts. If this is the first time you're seeing us, please come reach out to us. Come and say hi on Facebook or on Instagram. That's where we're hanging out. I'm the wannabe grandma. That's how Daisy Farm Crafts started. Was just me sharing whatever I was making in hopes to become a grandma. Hannah's the hopeful one someday to be a mom. And we are just, but now we just turned into just total crochet fanatics. We love our hobby, love sharing it with you. So anyway, you guys have a great day and good luck on your blanket. All right.